So, like always, I'm assuming that we are live. And welcome everyone. I think we are live after a month. And today I am very, very excited and like very happy from the inside because finally today I have my most favorite person with me here. And I have worked with Saloni, and she has been like one of the pillars of my coaching journey. And I'm so grateful and so lucky that when I did not know much about coaching, I found her, and she has been my guiding light since then. And it was a miraculous experience working with her. And today here we are. I'm so happy that like we are going to have this conversation. And we are going to talk about number one, the abundance mindset, and second is to how to build a thriving coaching business from the expert herself.
Thank you so much, Ashu, for inviting me. I'm sure we're going to have fun. Looking forward.
Okay, so here is my first question. It's not something that is new. I have been hearing this for a long time, the lag mindset and the abundance mindset. And the opposite of abundance mindset is the lag mindset. And lag mindset is something which where you come from a place of lag where you feel like you don't have enough. And abundance mindset is where you feel there's so much out there. And of course, I want you to like shed some light on both of these. At the same time, I another question is like lag mindset, abundance mindset. So initially, when we read about anything, it's more of a concept, and the more we keep diving into it, like there is so much to explore. So if someone is just reading or listening to this for the very first time about what is lag mindset and what is abundance mindset, how can they know like if in a particular situation if they are coming from a lack mindset or if they are coming from an abundance mindset?
Mm.
And yeah, like it could be any situation, whether it could be like buying something new, enrolling in a course, investing in something, investing in money, investing in themselves. How to know like if they are coming from a lag mindset or abundance mindset?
Mm. Wonderful question, Ashu. And I always love your questions. So, first thing I would say, because you asked a beautiful question, that how would they know? So, that's where lies the key about abundance as well. Abundance is not something you believe into. That's most of people do this mistake. They're trying to believe that I'm abundant. They're trying to, whether through affirmations or through appreciation practice, gratitude practice, a lot of different practices. They're all good. They're all
Hmm.
good for sure. But when it comes to knowing, it's so much more than believing. And let me explain. So, first and foremost, abundance is not just a mindset.
Hmm.
Mindset is mostly people think like it's as a concept. So you feel like it's a concept that yes, there is enough for everyone, but inside what you feel in veins of your body, in fibers of your body, in your heart, that might be something totally different. So what is abundance? Let's unpack this really in the simplest form. So no, a lot of people actually are using the word like heart set, soul set as well.
Hmm.
I will simply say something that you know in your heart, in your being, in your whole being. So I'll give you an example. If somebody, let's say, is not used to go to a huge, mall or some shop like a really famous shop, it could be biggest, shopping mall or Harrods or something like extremely expensive. And suddenly, if they go there and if they start to look at price of the things, then in their mind they might not want to buy. They might feel, okay, I don't want to buy here, or I don't even feel like buying here because things are
Hmm.
not much more than value. But more than that, when they look at a certain thing's value, something happens in our abdomen. That's something we feel, and that feeling is in our body. So
Hmm.
abundance is something which is to experience when it comes to knowing. Now, how will you experience abundance? That might be the question that comes to some people's mind. So the first thing I ask always people to start becoming connected to your body. In modern society, we are so disconnected from our heart and our bodies because we are overusing our mind. And all coaches talk about it, connecting with nature, connecting with self. And it's not cliched as at all, I would say. The truth is, when you start to connect to your body, the first thing, think about the first thing. Do you even know, like in your body, there's zillions of cells? And imagine the abundance in your body. Like there are multiple functions your body is doing. Right now, I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, and our heart is pumping, lungs are breathing, and all blood is getting cleansed. All the system is working in perfect harmony and abundance without us doing anything at all. We are just having a conversation, right? So,
Mhm.
abundance can start to begin from here that I am already abundant. I am enough. I have enough, which means that all my needs are being fulfilled. Yes, it doesn't mean that we can't have desires. You might have a big, big dreams and desires. And I'm a huge advocate of having big dreams and big desires. You know that, but my clients know that. I always ask them, dream big. But also at the same time, know that your dreams are only showing you a path where you want to move in this life. It doesn't mean that you don't have that already. Because whenever you fulfill any dream of yours, whether
Mhm.
it's a financial dream, whether it's any other dream, what you experience is happiness. It might be the same happiness which you were experiencing a minute ago. You were sharing that I'm feeling happy from inside. So we can feel exactly that happiness. And people ask me, how do I feel that happiness when I haven't achieved that goal? That's where the magic lies. That's where the magic lies. And so many sages and so many, metaphysical teachers are talking about it.
Mhm.
It is possible. It is possible when we come from a place of abundance mindset. Now I talk about the abundance and lack mindset. You were asking, how do we know? So anytime you feel that you are making a decision because you don't have that thing, so I don't feel happy, that's why I want to become happy, is coming from a place of lack. I
Mhm.
don't have a partner and I want to have a partner. It is a lack. And now people will say, but if I clearly don't have anything, how do I feel the abundance in that? Simply by observing what you have. As I said, from your body, from your heart,
Mhm.
all the love you already have in your life. Start to experience that love. Again, experience is the word, not as a concept that I have a lot of people and the partner will also come, not that way, or the business will also flourish, not that way. Start to experience it. And that simply will start with you taking time to pause, slow down. Maybe when you go in a garden for a walk, start to feel those flowers or whatever is around you, whatever is around you. When you experience that in your body, in your heart, in your being, then slowly you will start to notice, just notice it. Whenever you take a decision, is it come from a place of fear? Oh, if I don't do this, for example, the other day one of my client was saying, I have to post on LinkedIn because it's so important to be visible, out of sight, out of mind, all these fears. Listen to your mind. What is your mind telling you? If you're only writing on social media or only expressing because if I don't do that, then how will I get clients? It's clearly a lack mindset.
Mhm.
Please no, please no. Then the energy you're putting in these words, you're typing, wrong energy, not the right energy. What can you do instead? Maybe take a day off. I would highly recommend take a day off. Go out, spend time with your friends, whatever you love. Maybe you love singing, playing guitar, whatever. Do that thing. Fill your being with love and joy. And then come to why do you like writing? Let that love emerge in you. Oh, I love writing. I love expressing who I am. And that's why I'm writing. Now you're writing from a place of abundance. You're writing from a place of giving, not because if I don't write, I will not get. So, this is the biggest difference. When you have abundance in your being, I am free to give. And when you're free to give, when you love to give, you're free to receive as well. That's another part of abundance, by the way, to be ability to freely receive. So this is how it is. I mean, I know I took a long time to explain, but I hope it makes clear that what does it mean to know abundance, not just think from a mind, but really know in your whole being. I
Mhm.
already have. I'm already am enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember in one of the sessions, you told me this exact line that lack begets lack and abundance begets abundance. And like it's not just the mindset, but the energy and how the energy is related to how you are feeling in your body. So I think one of the core elements to this is like when we have the concept that this is abundance mindset and this is lack mindset, is like there's a lot of work from coming from this lack mindset to abundance mindset. And this work is of course the inner work, but it's like going so much deeper, as in consciously focusing on the things, like consciously focusing on the abundance that you have already. So like do you want to suggest any exercise or some practical tips that people love?
Absolutely. I've tried a lot of exercises. So, by the way, it's not just the inner work. It's
Mm-hmm.
both. It's both
Mm-hmm.
inner as well as outer, Ashu. So the
Yeah.
first thing I would say, of course, already start to feel where you are already abundant. Where it could be as basic as I have water all day long. Yes, there are people in this world who don't have water all day long or clean air. Now people might say, oh, we live in Delhi NCR, we don't have clean air. Look for what you have. Maybe you have plants inside your house which are helping you cleanse your air. Whatever abundance you have, start there. And also, along with that, when you do that, when you appreciate people in your life, when you appreciate whatever you have in your life, start to give. Giving is a very simple way of feeling abundance. I remember long time back. Now I don't do that, but I remember once, bargaining with a shopkeeper, and was bargaining with, I think, no, auto rickshaw, and my daughter told me, "Mom, don't do that, and this is not nice." And I got it. Yeah, it is actually not right. Why would I bargain? And that day I stopped it. Not only I stopped it, but I realized that was completely coming from a lack mindset because I had seen my mother doing it. It was a very unconscious behavior which I was showing just because I saw someone in my, as a parent doing it. And I started to tip rickshaw drivers and auto drivers. It might seem like a very small thing, but
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that made me feel so much more abundant. First time when I gave a tip to my hairdresser, because I never used to give tips earlier. And
Mm-hmm.
when I was working around abundance and I was reading about it, and I always love to, really walk my talk. And I was working on many clients, on area of abundance. And once I was talking about just give freely, and I realized that day when I first time, gave a tip to my hairdresser, and I do every single time now, it just made me feel more and more abundant. I was just giving from a place of love because I love the service. So when you love something, start to give. And you don't have to give money, by the way, only.
Mm-hmm.
Giving compliments, giving help, just serving someone. Maybe somebody I've seen, like, people love to talk. When I go on my morning walk, and many times I meet my neighbors, and sometimes I'm in a rush. I could be in a rush, maybe I have a meeting, but lots of time I notice if I'm not in a rush, just being there, just standing and having a conversation, and people love. In my condo, there are many senior, citizens live, and I see those uncles and old aunties absolutely love the joy they feel when somebody is just having a conversation in the morning. And I can see that they really love this, connection with people. And when you can even give your time, your energy, whatever you can give, you feel more abundant. So these are my tips for
Hmm.
feeling abundance.
Very, very interesting. Earlier even I used to have that mindset whenever I would go out. So I would never give tips to anyone, anyone. And I was like, yeah, like they are getting paid and all that thing. But since I realized, this is not about them. This is about
Hmm.
like how I am looking at it and if I'm liking the service. And so yeah, like why not give a tip? And yeah, like but my question here was like I had this question that if someone is giving the tip, like practicing giving the tip, and but still not feeling, like comfortable doing that.
Okay, so it's very important and very good question, Ashutosh, that don't do it if you are not comfortable.
Hmm.
Just because, some coach told you, or Saloni said that it would be good to feel abundant.
Hmm.
First, notice what's happening in your heart. What's happening in your heart. So that will be knowing yourself. So just notice, like, when you feel like giving a tip, what comes to your heart? What comes to your mind and heart? Why should I give it? As you said, like, they're already getting paid. Why should I give it? Do I feel happy about the service they have just given to me? How would it be to just compliment them? So maybe start with a compliment. Start with like, oh my God, you did such a brilliant job today. I'm so
Mm,
happy the way you have cut my hair. Start with a compliment. Whatever you do, let it come from love. Anything that they say come from love is a gift. So start with a compliment. Compliment anybody, everybody, genuine, of course, authentic. Feel it inside and then give it. Then slowly see if you feel like, okay, I'm already complimenting. How about if I express my love? So tip is not it's just not like a material thing. It's about we are expressing our love in form of some kind of, exchange,
mm,
energy exchange. Money is just energy. That's all
yeah.
it is. So it's similar as giving compliments. So I would say start where you feel it. Because if you just do it because somebody told you or you saw in a YouTube video that by doing it you will feel abundance, no, no, no. Don't do it as a transactional thing. Very good question. Very good question. So whatever you do, do from a place of love. And love is my guideline. Love is my compass because that will make you feel abundant. If you're wondering like how do I feel abundant, just start feeling love. Whatever makes you feel love, and share that love to others. Simple.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's a wonderful advice, because like how we can go from, like, you don't have to go from 0 to 10. Like if giving money could be a 10th step for you, like there is always a like first, second, third, and fourth, and then like you can progress slowly, slowly, slowly. And yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, I will take note of that. Wherever I am not comfortable giving tips, I will not give, but I'll start with
Yeah.
compliments.
Also go a little deeper also that
Mhm.
why I'm not comfortable. Why I'm not comfortable. What does it
Mhm.
mean for me? What is it showing me about myself? Because most of the time it might be around, oh, why I already have paid for the service and why should I pay more? So somewhere it is about like, oh, I don't have enough. Deeper it might be to give
Mhm.
extra. And it's
Mhm.
okay to feel that way, but it's good to know why I'm not comfortable because that's how we will slowly come out of that discomfort.
Yeah, yeah. Awareness is always the first step.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Another question I have regarding this is, when it comes to, abundance and lack mindset, and I feel like there is opportunity like 24 into 7. But because most of the time we are always thinking, and when we are thinking, we are having some thoughts about something. Like, can we like always know, like whatever it is the situation, can we always know that if we are coming from a place of lack or abundance? And like there might be so many particular moments that might be common for people, some
Mhm.
incidents that might be happening in daily life, maybe if they are going for a grocery shopping, or if they are talking to someone, or if they're when they're talking to their boss, or when they're sleeping at night. So how can someone, know in these moments if they are feeling coming from a place of lack or abundance, and how to change that?
Very simple. Tune into your body. Tune into your body. If you're coming from place of love and abundance, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel lighter in your body.
Mm,
And if you feel you live in a lot in your mind, it will take some time, by the way, to tune into your body. If you're someone who thinks a lot and who is very logical and rational, use their logical mind a lot, which most of us are, by the way, in current times.
mhm,
And take time to just, even if just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to be with yourself, start tuning into your body, into your heart. Your body always gives a sign. If you're coming from a place of fear, you will not feel that good in your body. That's the first sign. The second one is notice the thought. Notice that
mm,
thought. What is the driving thought? Should I buy this thing or not? Is it because, oh, actually, I have already 10 shoes and I don't need another shoe? Or maybe right now I can't afford it. Which one is it? Maybe I really, really need it, but I can't afford it. So it depends what thought process you have. So just start becoming more observant of your thought process. So your thought and what you're
mm,
feeling in your body. Both the things are indicators where you're coming from.
And this can you like this awareness can be built upon from any moment, any incident, right?
Every moment you're
Mhm.
making a choice. I tell people every single moment you're making a choice, you're making a decision, and that decision is either coming from fear or lack
Mm,
or coming
mm.
from love and abundance. even smallest decisions. If you start to look into smallest decisions, sometimes not lack and abundance, sometimes it's fear and love.
Mhm.
That pretty similar energy they have, but yeah. And some of them are very unconscious patterns. So be aware of your unconscious patterns. The more you observe yourself, the more you will know.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for, enlightening that up and unpacking that abundance. And moving from abundance to coaching. How, like, what is the role? I mean, of course, like, because coaching is business, and you need to feel abundant actually, like how lack begets lack and abundance begets lack. Abundance begets abundance. So how are these both two connected?
100%, 100% connection. In every business, there is a connection on in that, but especially, and I bring that to coaches' notice, especially when you come to a profession like coaching,
Hmm.
there's no way out. Sorry. If you were selling potatoes, if you're selling potatoes, if you are a coder, or if you are a software programmer,
Hmm.
if you're great at your technical skills, if you are amazing into coding, amazing into your software programming, even if you don't have that kind of mindset, there's still a chance that you would thrive. You might become a great coder and software programmer. You might just need to work on your interpersonal skills. But coaching is a business of mind, body, emotions, and heart and soul. So there is no way out if a coach is not actually tapping into a higher level of consciousness, which I call a high level of consciousness is love, abundance, peace. If they are not tapping there, I'm not saying they cannot succeed. They might succeed, and succeed means have money in their business, but having money in the business is not the only criteria of success for that matter. That will be the topic. We'll leave it for now. But yeah, they cannot holistically thrive in the business, which means for me, in a simple way, I would say, where you have a free flow of business clients money with joy, fun, and ease, and you're just loving it as much as you love when you came into coaching, because most of you people came into coaching for love of it, for love of
Hmm.
making a difference. So the same love, joy you're continuing while building that coaching business and while scaling your coaching business. That's when yeah, truly you are being abundant and you're thriving. So there is a direct link.
Yeah, that's what I've always felt, like who you are as a person and what you're thinking. And so there's always a connection between your personal and professional stuff. But when in coaching, it's the one, like it's the most essential thing. Like
It is.
who
It
you
is
are
the
as a
truth.
person, like other outside coaching, that's who you are in your profession. Like I heard Steve Hardison says that, like, like his children saying, oh, that you have the most amazing job, you get paid to be the person that you are.
Yeah. We all have that. Yeah, we all have that. I always feel that coaching is the only profession where we are being paid for our own evolution. Like, how amazing is that? Because the more and more and more we evolve as a human being, the more we work on our being, who
Hmm.
we are being, every moment who we are being, the more our business just keep flourishing. And I'm sure that coaches relate with that. That's a process.
Yeah. At the same time, like, having said that, what is important, what is required, for a lot of coaches, because like they come from the same conditioning and same system, and it's very easy to fall back into that hustle thing and doing more, and then
Mm,
then coming from that place, if I work more, then I will have more results. So
mm.
how to not fall into that trap? And I mean, of course, like it's required. Doing the work is required, but
Absolutely,
how to have
absolutely.
that balance of, how we
Balance.
talk about how to have that balance of masculine and feminine.
So let me be very honest here. It's
Mm.
not possible, Ashutosh, not to fall in that trap. Because hey, simply only by
Mm.
falling in trap, we realize this is a trap. Until
Mm.
unless somebody falls in that trap. If somebody is sitting at home meditating, I tell them, how will you know the discomfort of going out, expressing, speaking, and all those fears that come up? You have to go and experience that, all that hustle. So sometimes it's good. It's good. I always say it's good. Do that hustle. Maybe in the beginning, just do it. Feel
Mhm.
the stress, anxiety, overwhelm, whatever comes over you, whatever fears comes over you, because that will tell you and that will make you feel curious. Is there another way? That happened with me. So when I started my coaching journey, actually, I was first going very slow, but then I was like, oh, it's very slow progress. What do I do? Then I would look at something, some other coach, some other thing, some marketer, and maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. So first 4 5 years I did that, tried a few things, try my hand on this or that, but every time I would do that, I would just feel out of alignment. No, no, this is not working. This is not for me. I don't feel my essence is there. By doing that only, I realize, okay, this is not who I am. This is not who I stand for. This doesn't feel authentic for me. And then I started to walk on the path where I felt right, with slowing down, with ease, with joy, with tapping into the energy of who I am being. So it's okay to fall in that trap. Completely okay. Just be aware and vigilant. Don't just get carried away. If you're a coach, let's say, you're hustling and you're feeling the stress and anxiety, even though the maybe the clients are coming, maybe you're making the money, but somewhere maybe the joy of coaching, that love, it started to leak out. Now it's just slipping away. Take time to pause, slow down, and see what changes you need to make. What is it that you can do to bring more ease? More ease is the word, and you can choose your word. For me, ease and connection is the word. If I am connected to who I am, if I'm
Mhm.
feeling the ease and flow, I know I'm on the right path. And it doesn't mean that I don't go out of it. Of course, I do. I call it going out of my center. Every time a new project I do, I'm really excited and it just takes over me. Ideas are, just overflowing. I can't even sleep. Lots of time I wake up in the middle of my night with an idea and I would like to, jot down that idea. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm aware, maybe it happens for a couple of weeks or maybe a month. And then I know, okay, maybe it's time to meditate more. It's time to spend more time in nature. My mind is becoming crazy. And I come back to who I am, my center, feeling at home myself. And then the real creativity, real, actually much more better ideas start to come when I do that. So sometimes we have to go off center in order to come back home. That's the answer. But
Hmm.
be aware, be vigilant when you do.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's such a wonderful place to come from, because yeah, you are going to make mistakes. No matter, there are no do's and don'ts, and yeah, like you have to find your own way. Like you have to come, like do the things in order to know like what are the mistakes you are making, because
Yes.
it will be very, very difficult to to not do that. Yeah, but it's so
Yeah.
amazing, because then, even though like you said, even though if you're creating clients, you're creating money, and if you're not feeling like why in the first place you came into the coaching, and it seems like any other business, or
Mm.
or any other job, like where you're just always running. Yeah, and that's the time to again slow down and know that what is it that you need to do, or what is it you don't need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, going back to your why, way back to why you came into coaching. Yeah. Start from the beginning. Yeah. Why was I in this? What was my
Mhm.
biggest, vision? What was my purpose to be in this business?
Yeah, yeah. And when you said that, oh, my two words are easy and connection. So I immediately started thinking about my words. Yeah. And of course, I knew that one of them is play.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe second is play and connection, or play and explore.
wonderful. Play is perfect. Play is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. So another question regarding this is, are there, like, even though I said like there are no do's and don'ts, but are there some do's and don'ts for someone starting as a coach, or like maybe like 3 to 1, essentials, not
Essentials. Yeah.
essentials to, what you need, or framework to this is like the core of becoming a successful coach.
Mm. No, definitely. There are a lot of do's for that matter. Like, for example, one of the biggest one is take inspiration from other people who have already done it. So I always feel that this was one thing that I did very late in my coaching career, that hiring my mentor, my first mentor, then my first coach, and then another mentor. So I now have many of them, but it took me many years to realize, like, why do I have to keep, going through one challenge and another only to do mistakes and all? I think the smartest thing as a human being we can do is learn from others who have walked the path, by to, reinvent the wheel all the time. So that's the first do. Early, I always recommend for coaches, very early in your journey, find the right coach, right mentor, go and learn from them. And the second thing is just coach people and make sure you're doing it from a place of service. That's the biggest do. So never talk to someone just because you want them to become your client, because the energy will give it away, because you can't fake energy. No matter what mask you put, but your energy will always give away. So when you come from a place of, again, we were talking about love and abundance, service is love and abundance. That's what service is.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when you know that you have so much to give, so a lot of time people feel like, oh, when I go to a networking meeting or when I'm writing, how do I tell people? How do I really sell? That is the first thing I tell them, that think like this: if you are not telling other people, or you are not having the deep conversation to help them see the solution, or help them come up with the solution, which you do in coaching, help them access their wisdom, empower them, you are doing a disservice. So look at service like this way. If I have a gift, for example, if I have a gift of medicine and somebody out there is really struggling and they really need that medicine, how bad it is not to go out and tell them that, I have this thing which will really soothe your pain, which will help you. So always give, serve, and telling about your services, expressing your truth, expressing what you can do for people, who you are, is the highest service you're going to do. So think from that way, and that's the do's. And in the don't, of course, it's the opposite. So don't think that you really lack. Yeah, you have a dream and you desire, and you're working towards it. Feel it like that, and start to work on it, definitely on your heart set and mindset, feeling that abundance. And the last thing is, of course, no matter where you are in your coaching journey, the only way to become a great coach, because great coaches, of course, now start to create that free flow of clients. When people start to talk about you and to start to refer to you, is by coaching only, because no coaching school in the world is as great, which can make a great coach. They can only give you a foundation,
Hmm.
definitely a foundation, but ultimately you only become a great coach by coaching people. So no matter where you are in your journey, just keep inviting people and keep coaching people continuously. Keep doing that. Um, Whatever, way you find that.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So it's already 6:10, but can we extend 5 more minutes? I have just
Yeah.
one more question.
Yeah. 5 minutes is fine.
Yeah. So regarding like what you were saying, and so I realized, yeah, like first, that's why I always say that I am very lucky, because I met you at the very beginning of my journey. It didn't took me much like longer time. And yeah, like if like yeah, my second question is, like my question to that is that what stopped you, like what took you so long to
Mm,
hire a mentor or coach? And this is what, and what is, I am guessing it is connected with this thing that I see a lot often, that new coaches often come from that mindset that first I will make enough money, then I will invest in a coach.
very good question. For me, actually, this was not the reason that I will first make money and then I'll hire a coach.
Hmm.
It was very funny. And I think it's not just me, because other people have also told me the same thing. And I think there are many people who think like this. So when
Hmm.
I was a doctor, I was a gynecologist working in a top hospital in London. And of course, as a doctor, I didn't need to do anything. So patients were coming to me. And I remember patients used to love me when I was working as a gynecologist. When I became a coach, I just thought, okay, now I'm a coach. I'm a master practitioner, NLP. I have a lot of skills in my toolbox. I was a certified happiness coach. A lot of things I knew. I knew I had worked already 100 hours of coaching, for my training, and I can create a shift. And now I'm waiting. Okay, why people are not coming to me? Why nobody is coming? So really, I think I was pretty naive. And now I know some other people who are, some of my coaches have, clients have told me that they also think this way, that my work should speak for itself. And it should just start rolling clients. But now I give this example, which took me very long to understand. Imagine you have a beautiful diamond, or you have any beautiful service. You are a great magician or a musician, and you're just sitting, maybe in a desert, or you are just sitting in
Mhm.
an office somewhere, and nobody knows about you, and everybody. You just wonder why people are not coming. How
Mhm.
will people know that there is this amazing coach with this amazing skills and so much love and service to give? So
Yeah.
you really need to go out and tell the world. And you need to learn that as well. If you don't know, if you're not confident about telling. So for me, it was not that I thought I'm going to earn money and then I'll hire a coach. I just
Mhm.
thought, because I'm a coach now, because I have wonderful skills, people will just come to me. And
Hmm.
very few people came to me very, very slowly. Then they refer to other, but this is a slow process. And that's why it was very, very slow. It took me a few years to understand I have to go out and express. And also, if there are any fears, any doubts, which is very common with coaches, and that because in coaching you are your biggest asset. You are the business basically, right? It's not a product. So you have to learn all that. You have to conquer all your fears. You have to work on your mindset, on
Mhm.
all the limiting beliefs you have. So you can go out in the world and just be expressive. You don't have to do any aggressive marketing, trust me. You just have to express that, yes, this is who I am. And whichever way you're comfortable, whether it's a video, audio, or written, whatever it is, and talk to people, have conversations with people,
Mhm.
until unless you tell people. And in conversation, again, we all know coaching is more listening than telling. So if you're really listening, people will understand that what you do as a coach. They will feel a difference in your presence, and your presence then itself will start to create that ripple effect in your business. So why it took me long? Because I didn't realize I needed a coach. I think I wish somebody would have told me that, yes, this will really help me, because I hope my coach would have told me this thing. Now I'm telling you, to the audience that, yes, nobody will come to you. You will have to,
Yeah.
go out and talk to
Actually,
people.
yeah, like I think it was one of the most pivotal point of my coaching journey. I don't know if you remember this or not, but it was one of the sessions, and I was that like scared little introvert kid on the inside, and you said to me the same thing, that if Ashu, if you don't go out, how will people know? How will people know? And before that, because I was living so much, I was interacting so less with people. And when I started going out, after you said that thing to me, and it didn't took me like any longer to realize that how much I could add, like just going out
Mm.
there and just being myself, and just talking to people. It could made me like it immediately on the very first day when I went out and met people. I realized that, oh, I have so much to give. Like it's
Beautiful.
I have so much to give, and then it just kept on building. The more now I meet people, the more I talk to them, the more I'm able to express to them that this is what I do, because I was also scared of telling people that I am a coach and I can help you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and because of that work, it is now so easy. Even this, I could not have imagined doing LinkedIn Live. I think
Mm.
even like 2 years ago, I couldn't have imagined doing this. But it all happened,
Wow.
not because I forced myself to do all these things, but it happened because like I took a step more and more work towards overcoming those fears. And
Amazing.
I only learned about those fears when I went out. When I saw people, and when I observed my thoughts. Oh, like why
Amazing.
why I'm thinking like that? Why I'm feeling
Amazing.
insecure?
Absolutely, absolutely amazing. And that is one thing which is also linked to abundance. So I would like to say this, before we wrap up, that abundance is also knowing that you all have so many gifts to give. We always feel very short and we shy away rather still. And I tell people that I'm very open and vulnerable when it comes to, my own fears. So actually, I'm starting a coaching community. It's becoming live just in a couple of days. And I remember for the very first time, actually, I just felt when I was thinking to start this community and I was talking to a friend and I said, I don't know, this fear is coming to me. Do I really have a lot to give? And will it be the right thing to do? Will people will really feel that, I'm at that place where I can, mentor so many coaches and bring them in my community and serve them fully? And my friend said to me, what if if not no, you, then who? And I was like, oh my God. That's so true. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I've been coaching coaches for last 5 years. And I'm telling them, you have so many gifts to give. And now why would I shy away from the gifts that I have? And there was a day I decided, yes, I'm going to start this community and I will start to give to coaches because I feel I love working with coaches because that's amazing human beings. I always feel so aware, so conscious, and I love working, with these kind of people. So why wouldn't I do that? But this is what happens with all of us, and that's why I shared, my story, because just to give this validation, this happened with every single one of us, no matter which stage of our business, our life, or our life journey we are into. We always feel ourselves so much smaller than actually we are. So it's really that message I want to give to everyone, that you have so much light, so many gifts to give. So just let them just shine and just keep giving very freely. All the gifts. That's what the gifts are for. And our lives are filled with experiences. And you never know
Mhm.
what experience, what it is that you can give to others that will really make a difference. Even one conversation can make a difference to people. For me, it has happened, and so many people have told me that having conversation with me have made a difference to them. So I know for sure we all have so much to give, and that's the abundance we need to tap into.
Yeah, absolutely. Even I would recommend, like there are so many ways, the service can be provided. It could be as simple as just sending a blog or a post. And like when you're posting content, that is one of the ways of providing service, adding value to people's life. And of course, there's that part of having the direct conversation with people.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's so many ways when we start to believe fully in ourselves that this is the highest form of love, to just trust in ourselves first, and then just give all the gifts.
Hmm. Okay, so we are about time, and oh, I enjoyed this conversation so much. It was such a lovely conversation, and I'm sure that it would add a lot of value in, no matter if someone who is watching who is a coach or not a coach. And yeah, this was one act of service.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah. So, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. And
Thank you, Ashu.
I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to share and bring you here.
Oh,
And
yes, yes, absolutely.
yeah, and thank you so much for everyone for watching, and thank you everyone who is going to watch this in future. That's it for today. See you next week. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.